What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, I'm Kayla and welcome all to today's video. Today's video is going to be a gym vlog. Today's gym vlog is going to be a little tiny bit different because today I am letting a wheel pick out my leg workout. It's going to be fun, random, and nerve-wracking. Let's just hop into it. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe and let's get into the rest of the video. I have a list here of all of the workouts that I'm going to be putting on the wheel. I divided it up into 4 different sections. So my first compound movement, my second compound, my single leg, and then my finisher. I've put on here movements and exercises that I don't typically do or have never done in my life. So I'm kind of nervous, but also a little bit excited. I divided up my first compound movements. 1 spin of the wheel will be for like squat based movements, and then 1 spin of the wheel will be for hinge based movements, and then 1 spin of the wheel for single leg, and then 1 spin of the wheel for accessory work. So I just have like this little wheel right here, and I am going to just put in each exercise for each like little subsection and let it spin, and then whatever it lands on, it's like no cheating also, whatever it lands on, I'm just gonna do it. So I have 5 different options here. For the first compound movement, we have an option of sumo squats, back squats, heel elevated goblet squats, superset with front lunge. The first and last time that I did that, my quads literally almost came off. Front squats, and then horizontal leg press, superset with goblet squats. Again, I'm gonna do a squat based wheel spin and then a hinge based wheel spin. So these are all my squats. I don't do these really. I normally do a hack squat or a pendulum or a Smith machine squat. Okay, let's do it. Back squat. Oh. So I got back squat. That is so traditional, but I don't typically do back squats. Okay, that's kind of like classic, I guess. Let's get under the barbell. Honestly, can't even remember the last time I did back squats. At one point, I used to be able to back squat 225 plus. Let's see what the vibe is today. So I'm just gonna put a plate on, take off my shoes. It's feeling good. All right, so I got a plate and 25 on the bar, and I did go barefoot. I will say about the squat though, that when you do heavy barbell squats, like a very important thing is a good walkout. Like when you unrack the bar and you walk out strongly. Like if you unrack the bar and then you accidentally bump into the thing, it bumps into your bar, or like you stumble a little bit, like you're not gonna have a strong squat. You need to have a strong walkout too. So, and that's very confident and things like that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna PR. I would need to go get my belt from the car to do that. We'll see how I'm feeling. It's only a plate and a quarter though. Yeah, let's just see what the vibe is. Let's do this. I haven't squatted with my shoes off in forever. Strong workout. Oh, see? You see how I like messed up right there? I'm not gonna have a good squat if my walkout is from the beginning. You feel me? Like I need to reset myself. It's probably because I was talking while I was doing it. It also might be the way I arranged the bar. It might be too high, but it's fine. Do 1 more set and we're putting the big girl weight on. All right, 2 plates on. And take off my shoes, and I did get my belt from the car. This is from Upper. My boyfriend got this for me, and it just helps like with bracing your core and kind of protecting your back a little bit. But also if you don't know how to squat and you just use a belt to compensate for that, it's just kind of to help you. Let's do it. So I did 2 reps for 225, and 2 reps for 225, when I used to rep more weight for more reps for that is kind of, you know, I do a lot of machine work, and machines don't always translate to free weight strength. Like if you do a lot of free weights, you're going to get stronger at free weights. If you do a lot of machines, you're going to get stronger at machines. And obviously it translates a little, right? Because 225, I mean, girl, that's a lot, you know, but I felt fine. That's whatever. I failed. I'm glad I had the safeties on. I'm glad I had my belt on. And then I just did a back off set of 15. So now we're moving on to a hip hinging. So let's bring out the wheel. So for the next wheel spin, we have our hip hinging movements. So we have sumo deadlift. That used to be like my lift. I used to love doing that. Stiff leg deadlift. Haven't done those in a while. Good mornings. Kettlebell swings. and hip thrusts. I do hip thrusts every week, but there's not too much variety of hip hinging movements really that I can do. Like there's regular deadlifts, but I'm not doing that. So let's spin the wheel. Good mornings. I'm chill with that. I normally do like deadlifts, so good mornings are always a nice switch up when you don't want to do that. I'm going to do it on the V squat machine probably. I don't want to do free weights, so let's do it. Good mornings. They can work your glutes and your hamstrings, but also like your lower back as well. They're a little bit different from deadlifts in that way. I can't remember how much weight I typically do on them though, but I like doing it on this machine because of the stability. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm just going to go straight into my working weight that I think this is. So you have a slight bend in your knees, and then you just hinge your hips back. Definitely need to go heavier. And this is a really good example of how machine strength does not always equate to free weight strength, because I'm probably gonna put a quarter 25-pound plate on there again. But like if I was doing barbell good mornings, absolutely no way I'm putting 6 plates on a barbell and then putting that on my back. Like, no. But yeah, let's do one more set and then move on to our single leg exercises. Next little wheel spin is going to be interesting. I have split squats on here 3 times. I feel like it's leaning towards split squat, but we have 5 options. Single leg deadlift with a knee drive. I'm hoping for that one low key. Bulgarians, superset jumping Bulgarians. Lateral lunge, that's like a side lunge basically. Deficit reverse lunge, which I've done before, but I don't have in my program as of right now. I was going to do it, I think, but I just didn't end up doing it. And then a heel elevated split squat, except it's like the front heel that's elevated. Let's do another spin. I'm afraid to look. Front heel elevated split squat. It's not jumping, so let's go over there. I think I hyperfixated on this exercise for like 2 weeks and then I never did it again, but I do remember that it was painful. So cheers to that. The other day I did alternating reverse lunges with 70 pounds on each hand. So this should be fine, right? Like this is fine. This is not heavy. This is lightweight, baby. I'm gonna go like in a forward lean. Oh my gosh, okay. I need to take off my shoes. It's like that forward lean, knees over toes, that's getting me right now. It's like very much on the quads. And the great thing about single leg exercises is you get to do it all over again, go through all that pain. A few minutes later, the thing about me is I'm resting in between sets. I do want to catch my breath. Why? To deliver adequate power to both legs. Now, if you want just like stamina, then you should obviously just go right into the legs and like build up that stamina. But me, actually, let me take a sip of water because I'm literally out of breath. I haven't taken off my shoes in forever. And now I've taken them off in 2 exercises and 1 workout. That's crazy. Okay, so that's done. All right, so the last wheel spin is going to be our accessory work. I have 4 different options. Leg extension, superset sissy squats. That one hurts. This glute ham extension machine, kind of like a hyperextension mixed with like a hip thrust. Stomp to vertical jump. So basically like I'm going down, leaning back, and then exploding up and like jumping up. I don't think I've ever jumped in my gym before. It's not really a jumping gym. It's more like a bodybuilding gym, but we'll see about that one. And then kettlebell swings. I know I had that on earlier, but I also think like this is just a really good way to end a workout with just like some explosive, full body type beat vibe. But it's also a little bit of leggies as well up in there. So let's spin the wheel. So it's the glute ham extension machine. Alright, so this is the kneeling glute isolator from Glute Builder. I don't think I've ever seen this machine at any other gym before in my life. Wait, actually, there's like an informational video that my gym posted about it because I actually don't really know how to use it that well. Now, this is a really great glute exercise. And low-key, I want to add it to my program. I don't know. Like, I really don't enjoy doing hyperextensions. Like, they're like one of my least favorite glute exercises. But this one is like a hyperextension, but without all the annoyance that one brings. So, let's do 2 more sets and wrap it up. Alright vlog, so workout is done. That was a pretty good workout. I feel like I put some pretty difficult advanced workouts on there and the wheel was like, nope, keep to the basics, which is fine by me. It was a really great workout. I low-key wanted to cheat and be like, no, let's do something different, but the wheel chose my workout for me and I told you I wasn't gonna cheat and I didn't. So the very first pick, I did that exercise. If you don't feel like doing any picking, just throw a whole bunch of exercises on a wheel and let it pick. Obviously, that is not going to last you long because it should be a well-planned and structured program or whatever, but I thought this would be like a cute little video, a cute little idea. So let me know if you liked it. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. And if you've never heard of some of those workouts before, just try one of them and be humbled. I mean, they're all leg exercises, so they're all pretty humbling, but let me know, give it a try. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next vlog. Bye.